Hey Toronto, this is the start of the official fall market. Kids were back to school last week. This week there's going to be a lot of good inventory that pops up. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays are the sweet spot when things list. So eyes wide open. If you are looking for a house this fall, it is the time to pay attention. Now, if you're a seller, I'm going to give you 3 tips today, 3 things that you really need to think about and get into action about that are going to help you succeed if you're selling your home this fall. Number 1. Who you hire and work with matters so much. That is the number 1 most important step that I'm going to say for everybody watching this, whether you're a condo owner, homeowner, cottage owner, whatever, pre-construction owner. If you are planning to sell your home, the most important thing you can do is partner with the right professional and team from the get-go. Having the wrong team or the wrong professionals working on your behalf can be painful, and it can ultimately lead to a failed sale. So first thing you should do is do some research, get online and look at reviews of teams or professionals who you found online through your searches, and make sure that you actually conduct interviews. Have these realtors at your home or conduct a Zoom interview. I like in person, then I get to see who you are meeting with. I get to feel for their character, and they can also, bonus, walk through my house and actually give me some tips on how to maximize my value of my home then and there. So I'm going to say the most important thing is picking right. Not necessarily Uncle Larry or the guy next door or the neighborhood specialist, sometimes who can be very overrated. I hate to say that, but I'm just giving you honest advice here. So find someone who's exceptional that can lead you to success. And look at their ratings and be aware of what you are signing. Read through the contract, make sure it's fully explained to you, and have someone that you know and trust or that can depend on to get you through to success. Number 2, the second most important thing, any time of the year, but especially in the fall, is now all the summer toys have come into the garage, they've come back into the house, we're overflowing with kid stuff in most of our houses, or we have an accumulation of stuff over the years. The second most important thing, next to finding a great realtor, is to declutter, is to get really realistic about what needs to stay in the home so that you have maximum results and maximum sale price when you sell your home. Making sure that you are decluttered and clutter-free in all areas, closets, garage, sheds that are overflowing, but generally speaking, out with the old, in with the new. So let's take stuff out of there that makes the house feel tired or dated or old. Let's bring some stuff in that gives the home a revitalized, fresh look so that it appeals to the masses, whether it's through MLS photos or a video tour that your agent is going to do for you. Whatever it is the time to declutter and to make sure that your home shows its biggest, its brightest, and its very best. Number 3, if you are planning on selling this fall and you have to buy a home, whether you are buying up or downsizing, you don't want to wait until your home is sold to start that search. Why is that? A lot of people will go to market or get so hunkered down about getting ready for their home and in the decluttering and stuck in that state in September or October. And unfortunately, what they do is they get stuck in that state and overwhelmed, and they don't spend enough time getting out there to look at what options they have out there. And I think that's a huge fail, and it's a critical misstep that a lot of home buyers and home sellers make. So here's my advice to you. If you are selling and you will also be buying a home, it is crucial that you declutter and prepare and repair your home, get all those things underway, but do that in tandem with getting out and looking at neighborhoods and inventory for your next home. Because I know it can be really easy to get stuck in that state and be very busy and overwhelmed and not have time to go look at houses, but you have to make that a priority. You've got to carve out a day or 2 a week to go see what options are waiting for you on the other side. If you fail to do that, what could happen is you spend a lot of time getting your home ready, you go to market, your home is sold, and we're now second week of September, so that could take you to maybe the end of September, the end of October, and I'm telling you, if you just start your search in November, beginning or middle, it's going to be a little bit late to discover what you like. There's a steep learning curve to Toronto real estate, so you want to make sure that you have time to figure out what you like, what you don't like, what you want in a new home, and really to hone in and understand what is going on in terms of pricing. You don't want to sell your home and put all your effort there and be sort of blind to what's going out on the buy side. You want to get out there and see what options are available to you. You might decide to up your budget, down your budget, change your areas of interest, and that takes time and it takes skill and it takes research on your agent's part. So you want to be able to do that early days in tandem with getting your home ready, or you could find yourself out of options or making really poor choices when buying. Highly recommend that you do not miss this step. To me, this step is the most critical one and has to be prioritized along with getting your home ready. We're going to wrap this video with a bonus tip. So if you've watched this and you're feeling overwhelmed, that is absolutely not the intent of this video. I want to leave you with strategies and things that you can actually write down and accomplish and check off as you go through the process. But I want to make sure that you don't skip a step so that you don't feel rushed or pressured into making a decision about buying your next piece of real estate. So the bonus tip is this, simply this. There are some amazing teams out there in Toronto real estate that offer decluttering services, have an amazing list of handyman and repair people, contractors, painters, everything you could imagine that can help get your home ready. You don't need to get onto Google or open the old yellow pages to find a professional. There are teams who have an expert list at their disposal who are willing to share them with their clients. So if you're struggling and you're not sure where to start, the bonus tip is there are people who will come in and help you declutter. There are people who will bring you boxes. There are people who will help take your stuff to donation or to the city dump if that's where it needs to go, or other charities that give receipts for tax credit for the furniture that you donate. So there are options out there. Please don't work with the first option that pops into your head or the realtor that you worked with who was in business 30 years ago who makes sort of kind of sense because he sold it to you. We should work with him again. Do your due diligence. You deserve the very best. There are some amazing high quality services that are out there offered by professionals in Toronto real estate. Not everybody does the same thing, but please, if you're looking for something specific, as always, feel free to reach out, or again, do your research, do your due diligence, and make sure that you're getting the best offering from your real estate professionals. Good luck and happy fall.